heard what I said. Big Mason, E-Glade, highlights and big plays. From the East Coast to the West Coast, from Oregon to Georgia State. Touchdowns and home runs, slam dunks and long runs. Athletes and sports junkies. If you got the knowledge, come get you some. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Sound mad, get your team low. Jerry Jones, cause I'm the ball. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Crush, Jack. Yeah, black on.
Woo! It's that time. It's time for the dopest sports show on radio to invade your airwaves. It's The Crush. Streaming live on the Sensation Station Network and also broadcasting on WBLZSports.com. I am your humble co-host, E. Glaze. And with me, as always, is that guy, Maceo Hurd. What's happening, Hurd?
Hey, man, one of us has to be humble. I say that all the time. I'm glad it's you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad it's you, man. Good job.
Hey,
Good job on that.
You see where I put your pass out there, though, man. Your form was nice, man.
Listen, fundamentals never leave you. I'm fundamentally sound at every sport.
Fundamentally sound. Oh.
Every sport, baby.
Did I hear a cough in the background?
Nah, I'm not worried about that right there.
Did I hear
that.
Did I hear anything back there in the background?
Man, we're not worried about that, man.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Not worried about nothing.
We got a great show for you guys today. We got a hot topic that we just got to talk about. We're going to bring in our guest. But we got a Seminole in the house.
Yes, sir.
Angel Gray is in the building.
She need to be worried about somebody protecting DeAndre Francois. That would be worried. We'll get into that. We'll talk about it.
Right out of the gate, though, the shade. My goodness.
No, of course not.
Just looking to see. I'm sure somebody will be in the building for the first game against Bama.
No doubt about it. I might just be on the field.
Hey, Jimbo.
Jimbo might
have somebody. Jimbo.
Love Jimbo. Jimbo's a good player.
Jimbo's a great guy.
Great guy.
Jimbo. Yeah, we're going to keep it going. And we're going to keep... we got our really today, our Crush Rundown. Wide Eye Corner. Maceo, you got something good for us today, man?
Yeah, man. Football is back. America's team. We back to doing what we do. It's time.
Yeah, because anyway, I keep it going. I don't want to talk bad about nobody. Yeah, we're going to do some NFL talk as well. Still, the countdown is still on for somebody to sign because Jay Cutler just signed for $10 million.
Man, we're not even worried about that, man.
We're going to keep it going. Old Jay down in Miami. We're going to talk about him today.
You see the police escort he got?
Oh, he was a superstar today.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I see you, Jay.
You know who I feel bad for? Matt Moore. Clearly, Matt Moore he not starting quarterback material, but Matt keep getting that backup checked out. No concussions, none of that stuff, man. You good.
We're also going to do a crushing over the weekend, kind of the last time y'all heard from us. A lot has went on. Went to McKeachin, the Autism Bowl, Kennesaw High School. Also saw some scrimmages out there in the high school ranks. And then we'll wrap this puppy up, man. Ready for a great show, Maceo?
Always, man, always.
How was your weekend, man?
Man, the weekends are always good, man. You know, official first day of school. Me and the dog got back to normal at the house, man. So, you know, we got order back in the house now, man. You know, we had some... Man, I thought Jehovah's Witnesses, I thought they just did it on the weekend. I ain't know they knock on your door during the week.
Oh, no, man. It's a 7-day-a-week thing.
For real?
Except for one day.
Man,
6-day-a-week.
One thing about it, Prince wasn't having that today. Prince was like, bruh,
hey, real quick,
give him around our door.
A lot of people that we know have had some... Erica Gray, prayers out to you. Her mom passed this weekend.
Oh, man. Yes.
Also, Tracy Hutchins, a friend of the show, her sister passed this weekend. A lot of things going on. So all of you out there who has lost someone this weekend over the last time we talked to you, our prayers are with you from the Crush Sports Talk. Just want to make sure we get that out there before we start the show. But we're going to keep it going. We about to get into it because this intro is brought to you by Hard Work Apparel. Go to hardwork.com. That's HARDWRK.com for more information. With Hard Work Apparel, you were designed to unlock the psychological elements of drive, desire, and determination, which is necessary to push the body and mind to its optimal level of performance. Once you wear Hard Work Apparel, you will subliminally feel obligated to work at a high level. What's the motto, Maceo?
Hard work ain't easy, boy.
Hard work ain't easy. When we come back, hot topic. It's that girl, Angel Gray. Stay with us, Sister Crush.
Hi, I'm Viola Davis. Did you know that 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger? Growing up, I was one of those kids, but we can solve this. When we make breakfast happen for kids in our neighborhood, we have the power to end childhood hunger. create bigger, brighter school days and healthier minds and bodies. Go to hungeris.org and lend your time or your voice.
We're hungry for more.
A message from the Albertsons Companies Foundation and the Entertainment Industry Foundation.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her?
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge?
Got to get this all straightened out. Keep a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend?
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
We're more connected than ever before. 90% of America's students use some form of social media, but not all of it's used in a good way. Hurtful posts online are leading to social isolation for many. Psychologists say it's bullying in a brand new way. Well, Beyond Differences and I Keep Safe are looking to change that with ideas for students, their parents, and even teachers. Take the pledge to be kind online and learn more at wearekindonline.com.
My savings are gone.
Okay, where were they last?
Here, right before I spent them on that vacation to Aruba.
Weird. Not weird. Not saving now means no money later. For free ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Station Network.
Hot topics.
We're going to the Hot Topic brought to you by Dr. Kevin Dance. If your smile isn't coming to you, you should be coming to us. Dr. Kevin Dance has practiced in dentistry for 16 years in beautiful Southwest Atlanta. His office is located at 3752 Cascade Road, Suite 190, complete family dentistry with everything you need in one office. Call and make an appointment at 678-836-2118. That's 678-836-2118. I'm just going to bring this as a broad topic, but I'm going to start off with one person. First of all, Angel, welcome.
Thank you very much.
We'll get your official your official introduction next. But the hot topic, Jalen Collins for the Falcons, 10-day suspension for PED use. This is his second suspension in the league. And we always say something here on the show is that we can't understand how you could, even if it's legal, not legal, whatever, can allow anything to take you from the game. And this kid was up there today, apologized and saying he let team out of that. Just first, let's start with your thoughts. 10 games, your thoughts on it, Maceo, about what the kid did and where he's at now.
Well, first of all, he has a track record of being suspended. He had a couple of dirty charges in college. Again, he was suspended. He came into the league, basically in the program.
Right.
I mean, does this guy really care about his career? Because his next suspension is going to give him a whole year. And then he has to get reinstated. And, I mean, who's to say they can reinstate him? Because, I mean, again, he has a track record. So, clearly there's something that he's not doing on his end.
Yeah.
And he's trying to take a supplement or whatever he's doing. Yeah. And it's costing him games. 14 games in 2 years?
That's a lot.
It's on him.
That's a lot, Angel, for a guy who's, 3 years in the league, and there's 14 games, like you said, makes it in 2 years.
Yeah.
Your thoughts when you hear players and all that, because it goes on all year, pre-Ds and all that. Whatever it is, you would think that at this point of the league, you would know what's going in and out of your body and try to not let the game get taken away from you.
I think at this point it's a discipline. Just being a former student athlete, you know that you have to eat right, you have to hydrate, you have to make sure that you're in the weight room. You just don't put yourself in a position where it's, okay, someone told me your body is like an ATM. What you put in is what you can get out. So I really think that is the case, just being around student athletes and or professional athletes, you see that. And just being around a lot of the WNBA players as well, you see them skipping candy and popcorn and eating the right way, lean, because they know what the game has to take out of them. So you got to replenish the right way. And I just feel at this point, even for his case, that you have to understand it's a privilege to be on the team, and the percentages, like the 1%, 2%, 3% that actually make it to that point. So you can't take it for granted. And you really have to say, okay, I'm going to do everything in my power to, take advantage of this opportunity, and what's right and wrong.
Right.
So definitely have to keep that in the back of your mind and just work hard. You got a God-given talent. He's a God-given talent, has a God-given talent.
Right.
So just going out there and working hard and not cheating the process.
And you know what's funny, Mason, also about that? Once you get caught once, the testing is going to be more.
Oh, you habitual.
Yeah, the minute you start, they're going to be anytime, anywhere.
Yeah.
So you have to ask yourself, what are you? You peed enough. Did you not know this was going to continue to happen?
And you talk about 10 games. They say he's going to roughly lose 509,000. I mean, a lot of coins. Yeah. For a league where you get 17 checks, you're going to miss 10 checks?
Wow.
So, I mean, that.
And taxed on those checks.
Right, exactly.
So we're not even incorporating that. You might be able to pay your light bill this year. You might want to think about that.
If you got one of them plush apartment, boy, that's not the time.
You might want to downgrade to a Corolla or something.
And it's what Angel said. How can you, as a professional athlete, put yourself in this situation? Because the thing about it, dude, they can replace you so quick. Mm-hmm. And you basically shown the organization and your teammates that, look, man, listen, I'm about me. I'm going to do what I think is right for my body. And like I say, now he's facing 10-game suspension.
And like you say, the Falcons are saying the right things now. And I'm just doing this as overall because whenever I hear these PDs or whatever, you just have to wonder, a lot of cats who we played on that level may say, we would love to have been in that situation. But 1%, 2% out of hundreds of thousands of college people only get to play this. And if you're going to continue to do that, man, there's somebody right there waiting for your spot. So we about to take us a quick break. When we come back, we about to jump into this crushing interview with Angel. So stay with us.
Our freedom and security are made possible through the service and sacrifice of our military and first responders. The Gary Sinise Foundation provides many outreach programs supporting these brave men and women. Join us. Donate at GarySiniseFoundation.org.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to MichaelMcFadden.com. That's MichaelMcFadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
1 in 7 Americans will struggle with addiction during their lifetime. Want to know how you can help? Go to heretolisten.com for tips and tools to help turn addiction around. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, and father of 5. I'm also an expert on drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids, and there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
And lead the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
This is Judge Hatchett, and you're listening to The Crush on SSNATL.com.
Go to this crushing interview brought to you by ORC Software. The ORC team is committed to providing full lifecycle support for developing, testing, and delivering market-driven products. ORC's motto is when a customer engages one of us, they engage all of us. Go to ORC.com for more information. Maceo, please introduce our guest.
I'm about to change my intro because she the turn-up queen now. FSU Seminole. Man, look, she got a million jobs and a million W-2s. Angel Gray to the microphone. What's up, Angel?
How are you doing?
What's happening?
Nothing. I'm doing good. I'm just, out here trying
You
to be
riding
like
around
you
and getting
guys.
it.
Riding around and getting it. A-Town. Peace up, A-Town down.
Okay.
All day, every day.
Clearly.
Let's start with
Yes.
this, Angel. You've been around WNBA. You've seen what we're seeing now. How did you respond when you found out that the WNBA will now be part of NBA Live 18? Have you heard that?
Oh, I'm looking for people to play. Even if it's you, we can get it. I can be that person in the room
You
now
don't
where
want
it's
these
just
problems.
like, I saw something, I think Tiffany Hayes tweeted, I will be that person where it's like, I'm not distracted, but if you text me something like, oh, what happened? I will be playing the game. I think it's awesome. It's long overdue, but the strides that the WNBA has, what they have done as far as marketing and pushing their players and, everyone being, just engaged in what the players want and even just pushing them. I think it's been awesome. The game is dope. I've seen so many promos for it. It's on Twitter, on Instagram.
Yeah.
Other people are tweeting it. So it's been fun, very interactive. And I'm trying to put my squad together right now.
Smart. This is what I want to. I'm gonna start with this. How does a homegirl, Stone Mountain, Georgia, get to Tallahassee?
Well, there's a process called being the recruiting process.
We talk about it on Wednesdays. Let's keep going.
Well, just a long story short, I actually almost didn't end up in Tallahassee. Obviously, I gave a couple visits to Georgia Tech, UGA. Very interested in those schools, but I actually signed to IU. My older sister is a coach as well. Signed with her, didn't work out because they left to go to Purdue.
Right.
So with Big Ten rules, you can't transfer within the conference and get a scholarship. So I said, you know what? I always loved Florida State. I love the fact that they were growing. They were looking for people that would change the culture of their team, and they're known for winning. Of course, it's a football school, but I just love the atmosphere. More than anything, I love the vision of the coaches and the players that I played with. My teammates are still my sisters, so that's how I ended up down there.
And that's where I was going to go with that. You going to Florida State and the environment, was it, outside of your story just told, but what else attracted you? Was it the weather? Was it just, it's a Tallahassee? What was it about it?
Well, you know what? I honestly was looking for the right fit. I think a lot of times we overlook what the right fit for you is. So even if it gets tough, I wouldn't change. If I wasn't playing sports, I would go to Florida State. Like, of course, there were other schools that I was interested in, but I'm happy with the decision I made because I was really invested in understanding and gaining knowledge of what the school had to offer.
We can tell.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all in. I actually got a tattoo of this tomahawk with one of my friends who also went to Florida State. We were in LA. We just beat Florida. And this is when Jameis Winston is there. We're just knocking him out. And then we're getting this while I think Alabama lost to Auburn. So, that was a good moment for me.
Wow.
Don't take that away from me. That was a great moment.
Give it life.
Absolutely.
Now you were one of the marketable players at Florida State. You were part of a video where you guys basically were shooting one of the male teammates. Talk about that and just being like one of the faces of the program.
I thought it was very fun, and this is another reason why I chose Florida State, because of their communications program.
Okay.
And I was actually playing against one of the football players.
Right.
They knew that I wanted to be Darius McClure. How are you? He's now a pastor. But it was really funny because the next thing that we were supposed to do was go to the football field, and I was going to run a couple routes. But he got hurt.
He got hurt.
So that was sad. But at the end of the day, they knew that we both were interested in, showing our personality, being on camera, and really playing. And that was a lot of fun to say, okay, I was about to go to practice, but I'm here playing around. And, I don't even know. People still watch that video, which is very interesting to me. But I had a lot of fun. And we had just even with the interaction with the football team, those were our brothers. So it's not just, teammates, with the women's basketball team. You had the men's basketball team, the soccer team. We would leave practice early to watch volleyball play. So that's why I love my university so much.
Speaking of which, playing in the ACC.
Yes.
Your thoughts? Everybody, there's a Duke women's program and there's, Carolina and all that. But playing in the ACC, which is a great conference for women's basketball as well. Talk about your time in that conference, playing in that conference.
Well, I'm not going to lie. We were maybe middle of the pack when I got there. And that's why I was excited to be that game changer, just to be a part of it. We didn't have the respect. We knew that we could compete, but Duke, North Carolina, Maryland, that was just coming off of a championship with Tolliver and Harper, all these elite All-Americans, it was like, okay, now we got to prove them wrong.
Right.
And we got to a point in our last 2 years where we were co-ACC champions and, went on to go to the Elite Eight. And it was exciting to be a part of that. And also, when Duke players, and we had a relationship with other teams too, they're like, all right, we need to probably prepare for Florida State. And that's exactly what you want to do when you get to that point. It's just compete. And actually, once you start competing, it's believing that you can be the best.
About to take us a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk more with Angel. People are already asking, do you have tickets to the Alabama-Florida State game? So we'll be right back.
There's a power you have within you, unlike any other. You can't explain it. It's just there. It drives you, compels you. You cannot ignore it. Do you feel it? It's that power that tells you you can do the absolute impossible. The power that tells you you're more than what you currently are. The power that tells you it's time. Launch. Move. Skyrocket your life with Rocket Sports One fitness gear. RocketSports-One.com.
Health is at stake. Diabetes, gout, high blood pressure, inflammation, and joint pain, even weight loss. It's time to end your battle. The Abundant Life Movement is dedicated to the building of generational health by transforming your water with the power of alkaline to improve hydration and fight against acidic and unhealthy conditions in the body. Here's a testimonial from Linda Rogers Brown and Pamela McMillan.
2011, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I had no pain and no symptoms associated with that illness. It's a silent killer. I was introduced to Extreme X2O alkaline water, and within 2 days of drinking it, I was off all my pain medicine, and now we're 6 years strong, no chemo, no radiation, no cancer.
I am a 3-time cancer survivor. I was born with thyroid cancer. By being on the alkaline products allowed me to be able to cope currently with colon cancer. Now I'm able to function and be more mobile within 3 days of being on the product.
Extreme X2O, when the water you're drinking is damaging your health. Extreme X2O. For more info, AbundantLifeMovement.com or call 910-527-2260. JBT 700 Miami Circle 30324. It's not a chain, it's a chain reaction. Invest $49 a month at a real gym. For more info, go to Facebook.com/Jeans Body Tech.
You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
You're my boy!
It's the Crush.
SSNATL.com.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, we're back. Still on our Crushing interview brought to you by ORC Software with Miss Angel Gray. Florida State in the house, Seminoles. Who was your biggest rival when you played? Who was the one that when they walked on? I know the answer to this, but when they walked on, you like, they about to get this business right now.
Always and forever. The team in Gainesville. I just can't even. I can't even say their name. It's to a point where I can't wear the colors together. I had my sister gave me some M&Ms and their school colors fell in my hand and I screamed. I was like, "No, we gotta change this." So no, every day in anything we had to murder them. It was just we had to beat them.
So every time you see somebody with that F on or a gator, you don't even like gators, do you?
It's a real hate. It's
literally,
I have some friends. It's funny because I know that we were talking about this earlier, but around this time, around football time, I lose a couple of friends on social media. I'm like, look, we can pick this back up in the spring or something like that, but
for now,
you understand where we are, and we gotta just respect that.
One of the things during your playing career, your sneaker game was always mean. Talk about your love for sneakers, being a sneakerhead.
I love it. Let me tell you something. It probably wasn't the right thing to do, but we were a Nike school, and so I was like, well, I'm going to get some Nike kicks. Like, they give you shoes that you have to wear and be uniform, and everyone else is looking the same. I was like, nah, LeBron James has like 5 shoes out right now, so I got to check them out. So I had the home, the aways. Can we get some J's? I mean, that's what I did with my best friend, and we just kind of like kept it that way until we got in trouble about it. But at the end of the day, we just wanted to be clean. We just wanted to represent our school well.
Wow. It's all about representing.
Absolutely.
Let me go back to that Florida thing one time.
Okay.
Because I just want to see when you're out there and when you're playing or whether you're watching the game, when you see just that whole, like the chump, just describe the bloodthirst that goes through your veins when you play a team.
You can see she's struggling with she's struggling with that.
It's the hardest thing to deal with, really. It is. I mean, even for being in a women's basketball like arena and the fans at Florida are showing up early just because you're playing Florida State. And are there, I mean, before we even walk out on the floor, they have signs and they're just really going hard. But at the end of the day, that's what sports is all about.
So every time you would see Welcome to Gainesville, you just throw up a little bit.
I mean, we didn't want to stay there too long. Just handle our business, get out of there, do what we got to do. We like it a little bit better in Tallahassee. But at the end of the day, it was always a hard game. And I think we had them for our senior night. One night, and I was like, we gotta take care of business. And I lost to Florida one time in my career. So
what's some tackles?
There were.
Yeah.
We had to make some adjustments. There were a couple adjustments that we had to make just from that game alone. And we always talk about it just in the Seminole family. Like, we can lose every game in the season, but if we beat Florida, it's a successful season. We're good. We're good. Wow. We're good. And even when I was there, it was very hard for me, especially as a football fan, because that was the Tebow era. Oh. We all know how that ended
Tebow
up.
316.
I mean, he took care of business all 4 years. It was upsetting, but at the end of the day, I'm always going to be a Gator hater.
I like that.
Gator hater.
I like. You won't see her putting her hands together doing the clap.
No, if I see it, I don't know what will happen.
When we come back, man, we're gonna see how she talk to Angel about transitioning to this field that we're in. How does she get into it? What she likes about it, and all that good stuff. So stay with us. It's the Crush.
Our freedom and security are made possible through the service and sacrifice of our military and first responders. The Gary Sinise Foundation provides many outreach programs supporting these brave men and women. Join us. Donate at GarySiniseFoundation.org.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team. I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place this first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior task and drill.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda. That's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Major key alert. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
People are always looking to invest in a good opportunity. So what if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change called Better Futures. With your investment, it helps students like me go to college. My name is Charles, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
This is Amar Batman Karen. You listen to The Crush, the only sports radio show that they're going to keep it real in the A on Sensation Station Network.
Hey.
Still doing our Crushing interview brought to you by Orson Software.
That's good music as Big Slate checking in on the I like that. Girl, you on point.
First time I met Big Slate, like, boy, you know you part of one of my favorite songs, Goody Mob history. We're back, man. We with Angel Gray right here. So Angel, before we get to that, you got a family full of athletes right now. Sisters, Purdue, you, Florida State. Ball is life, it looks like. Talk about growing up in that household with those athletes.
Oh, boy, we could talk about that all day. I mean, when you're just even looking at my parents, you know, we competed in everything. Who gets to the car first? Who, you know, I'm racing my dad in the front. You know, my mom is like, I can shoot better than you. It's like, come on, chill out. But
wow.
Even with us, we just made each other better. And it wasn't like we compared ourselves to one another. We just knew what our greatness could be. And we just pushed, you know, ourselves to that point. And my sister was different from how I was. And my younger sister, you know, is different from all of us. And so, you know, we all had our own. I'm one of 6, but we all played, you know, a sport. You know, we all were very involved. And it wasn't just basketball. And that was something that our parents were very excited. Like, it taught us a lot.
Right.
Like life skills, like how to, you know, be a team player, how to go after what you want, how to set a goal, how to, you know, be disciplined, just like what we talked about. And to have that in the family, people holding you accountable, that was a lot of fun. It was some hard times, you know, we probably fought a couple of times, but at the end of the day, it was all love. They're my biggest supporters and vice versa.
Was it required to play sports or just y'all just decided to play?
Just in our blood. I don't remember not being in an arena, a gym, or something of that nature. Like, I just had to be around it. That was my playtime. You know, and it was just fun to, you know, just be the water girl. You know, I would come from my, you know, games from the YMCA and go to my sister's games, like, in my uniform, and just be excited to, you know, give them water. And, you know, just the fact that she's still, you know, an associate head coach at Purdue University, I mean, that's major, you know, and I can go and watch my sister play there as well. That's very, very exciting. So we support one another, and it's been fun. It's been a fun journey, but yeah, knees are bad right now. So we're working on golf. we're kind of switching it up to other sports at this point.
The beauty of being a student athlete and getting that degree.
Absolutely. I wouldn't be here talking with you guys if, you know, I didn't take that part seriously. And it's very interesting because I had to challenge myself. Like, I didn't start off the way I wanted to start off, but it was a focus, like a refocus. Okay, what do I need to get done? I can't do this. And mind you, this is like in the 2008, 2009 era where it was kind of a recession where people are getting laid off. And it's like, how bad do you really want to be in this field?
Right.
Like, you have people that are, you know, getting laid off that have experience. Right. So that means you got to step up to the plate and take things a bit serious. And I was fortunate to, you know, do an internship with WCTV while I was a student athlete, you know, leaving there. And then, I mean, it's the sacrifice that you have to make in order to say, this is what I want to do. Like, I probably slept 3-4 hours, but at the end of the day, I was living the best of both worlds, and did an internship with Fox Sports because of that, right after that, just with the experience. So I wouldn't change anything with that.
Paid big dividends for you?
Oh, yes, sir.
So knowing what you knowing about the field and getting into it, when the first time you ever got the chance to work the sideline or work there, what was the experience like for you?
Nerve-wracking. I was so terrible. And I think sometimes now I'm like, oh my God, what are you talking about? But I just remember my first time actually getting to interview Dwight Howard. And I wasn't even supposed to. I was just like the intern on the side, and the producer was just like, I don't want to do this. You do it. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? And I don't even know if I looked at him, but I was just reading the questions, and I was like, oh God, hopefully I'm not like shaking. But it was exciting to be in that moment. And something just like that was just like, okay, I seriously want to do this. Like, I want to be better at it. And even going back to my school and doing a package on, you know, Florida State women's basketball, then men's basketball, then, you know, talking to Christian Ponder and, you know, EJ Manuel about the Chick-fil-A Bowl that they were doing. So that was exciting to just be a part of that.
Man, we have got to put somebody in the hot seat.
Yeah, she needs a hot seat in her life.
So when we come back, we're going to put her in the hot seat.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
We got some questions.
I got about 20 of them.
It's the Crush.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch, or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie, but Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, It's time to say.
Major key alert. Life is like school. You will be tested, so pass it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey, girl. School zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girl in Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. You know, I help people solve difficult problems every day, but one problem has me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. Luckily, the Feeding America network of local food banks collects surplus food, giving hope to hungry children and their families. But they need your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Time for the Hot Seat Hotline.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh man, we get into the hot seat. We're gonna throw some questions at Angel. See, you ready for this, Angel?
Hope so.
Make sure you kick it off, man. Kobe or LeBron?
Kobe.
Ooh. I'm coming back, baby. I'm coming back. Outside of Florida State, the one place you hated to go play.
Woo, Duke.
Cameron was no joke.
That was an arena where we just couldn't get right. Duke, for sure.
Being a sneakerhead, favorite sneaker?
Ooh, boy. It changes, but I'm just going to have to stick with the J's, the ones for sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What interview have you ever done? You say, man, I wish I could have got that one back.
Got that one back. Whew. There's a lot of them. I can't. Honestly, it would have to be the very first one with Dwight Howard.
Wow.
Yes.
Working for so many networks, do you forget which microphone you hold?
No, they remind you better say this. I would like to keep my W-2s coming in. No mess ups there.
When you're out there, when you're interviewing somebody, what's one of the first things you try to always remind yourself before you do the interview?
Have fun. Smile, have fun. God gave you this, opportunity, so just embrace it and have fun.
Favorite city you've traveled to work?
Seattle at this point. I love LA. I was doing a lot of work in LA, lived in LA, but Seattle's been a lot of fun, especially being there for All-Star for the WNBA this past month.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the one athlete that you want to interview that you haven't had a chance to so far?
That's a good question. Probably LeBron. That would be nice because he's fun. He gets involved with the interview. He's a smart guy in the field, so that would be fun.
Your favorite Seminole of all time?
Deion Sanders.
Prime time.
If he's dropping music videos and rapping and can do that for, football and baseball, I'm a huge fan.
What makes Florida State special?
Family. Just the fact that just because you graduated in 4 years doesn't mean that you're done. Like, we still have a relationship. We're still supporting one another, and those are truly my sisters and brothers.
Will Florida State win a national championship this year?
I don't know. Can we say that? I'll tell you what. I am excited about this year for the growth, especially with Francois and understanding what they need to do. Dalvin Cook, we lost him. A great talent. Yes, but at the end of the day, this is why Florida State is Florida State. We keep them coming.
Y'all just reload.
We keep them coming. We got to reload.
Especially with Derwin James back now. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then we got Alabama here in the A. Of course, I'm going to be there. And so that's opening up, and I'm excited about it.
Most points you ever put up on somebody?
35.
Who against who?
I don't know the team. I forgot.
You just know 35. I got 35.
It was 35. Yeah, at that point.
Off.
Yeah, and it was a very weird. I forgot the name of the team, but it was very interesting because I wasn't feeling well at the time too, so I just wanted to kind of.
You had your Jordan game?
You know what? I wish I was. It probably would have been 100 if I was Jordan, but yeah, that was it. The shots were falling that day.
That one song that gets you going before work.
Oh man. We were just talking about Meek Mill, but anything A-Town. Like, I just have to get going. Bombs Over Baghdad with Outkast is just that kickboxing song. Like, that's that one.
If it wasn't for doing sport, what's the ultimate goal? Is it anchoring? Was it on show? What is your ultimate goal?
I think that changes, like, as you have a maturity in this field. Like, you think this is what you want to do. I thought this was, like, my dream, just to be here. But it's just, like, you can do so much more. So even if it's just, like, talent, having my own show, or even going into different areas and saying, helping the community or anything of that nature, that's what I want to do. I just want to be my best self.
Wow.
Sneak one more.
Man, Angel pretty dope, man. Kind of caught me.
Before we go, better go.
Caught me going
We know what get you going. What's that ratchet song that get you going?
Ratchet song? What's the one with Nicki Minaj right now that just rack it up? Rack it up. I mean, face changes, hands go up, got the little pop in the back. That's my song.
Yeah, that's that Ricky Carr song.
Yeah, rack it up.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Major key alert. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
Uncle Dan?
Mom? Dad?
If you store your guns properly, so not just anyone can get to them.
I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside. Safer when walking home.
Safer when my friends come over. As your neighbor, I'll feel safer.
As a school teacher, I'll feel safer.
We'll all feel safer.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearms storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
There's a power you have within you, unlike any other. You can't explain it. It's just there. It drives you, compels you. You cannot ignore it. Do you feel it? It's that power that tells you you can do the absolute impossible. The power that tells you you're more than what you currently are. The power that tells you it's time. Launch. Move. Skyrocket your life with Rocket Sports One fitness gear. RocketSports-One.com.
This is big business. This is the American way.
Station Network.
See ya.
We put on for our city. We're back. It's the Crush. We're in our crushing interview with somebody who popped their back when a certain song comes on.
Everybody got that ratchet song.
Yeah, gotta get that ratchet in.
Everybody got that one ratchet song. Just take you there.
Tell people. I mean, you travel a lot, but tell people what's special about the A.
Look at the smile on her face.
It's home. I was here before the Olympics and when things changed.
Yeah.
But I just enjoy the fact that you can get a little bit of something everywhere here. You can be, calm in a park, or you can go to Little 5 Points and that eclectic feel, or you can be in, the Tabernacle, like for concerts. Yeah. You can go to the Fox if you want to keep it classy. There's just so many different things that this town has to offer, and it's always going to be home. I just don't know how to put it in words. Like, this is my favorite place.
being out there in Seattle for the WNBA All-Star game, it just seems so festive, and it really looked like, okay, the WNBA is really making a mark.
Absolutely.
Did it feel as the way it looked on TV?
Absolutely. It was a lot of fun, and the fact that Seattle was hosting it, and you have Sue Bird entering her 10th All-Star game, which is the most, tying it with Tamika Catchings, which is a legend in the game, now retired. But, she's hosting. Breonna Stewart is in her first All-Star game, and she didn't get to compete last year because there was the Olympics.
Right.
So everyone's anticipating it, saying, where's it going to be? Are we going to be able to, play? And the fact that you're doing this and then also adding back the three-point contest, just making it like, more of the NBA and just the different festivities with it. One of the cool points was just seeing the different supporters there, with Isaiah Thomas being able to interview him, talking about his experience there and his love for, the different players, and even Richard Sherman saying, you know what, the defense is off, but we got to do this and that, but it was just really cool to see the, fans come out. It was a great setting, and just being able to, see the best of the best. And the league is so potent with talent that so many different players could have been on that team. And you didn't have Elena Deladon that played, or even Brittany Griner, just with the injuries, but how other people were able to step up and, fill those roles and still are all-stars.
How far in advance do you get your schedules?
For broadcasting?
You could be gone at any time.
Let me tell you something. I was on the road going to Kentucky at one point, and my producer called and said, what are you doing right now? We need you to go to South Carolina because Analyst, her voice is going out. So we need for you to go there right now. And I was like, right now? So it was talking about crunch mode, but that was something for me. Like, I just don't say no to opportunities. And I wasn't going to say, I'm in Tennessee, right? But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go there. It was my first, call for doing something for the NCAA. And I was like, if I show here, hopefully I'll be a thought for next year. And, this year I was able to do 2 conference championships and then also the first, second rounds at Florida State for the NCAA. So
awesome.
That was awesome.
Tell everybody who hadn't gone out to see a WNBA game, tell them what they're missing, because we try to get everybody to understand, once you go one time, you're going to continue to go back.
And a lot of people say that. I think at this point, you just have to stop trying to compare it to the men's game.
Right.
You have to understand what these women are doing, just being the best, and actually competing against one another, what they have to do in order to be at this elite status, to play really tough schedules, because it's so compact just in the, few months that we have it. But when you're talking about Maya Moore, when you're talking about even Tiffany Hayes being able to step up, Brittany Sykes, even for the Atlanta Dream in her rookie season, Alicia Gray for the Dallas, Dallas Wings. There's so many different players across this league, Diana Taurasi, all these different players that just put on an absolute show. All have different types of personalities. And I will say this, if you are not convinced by now, definitely check out the Atlanta Dream tomorrow night. They're playing the Minnesota Lynx, who are number 1 in the league at this point, and you'll definitely see why we are so excited about the league and where it's going.
But they're 18-3 now, which means they can lose, y'all.
They can lose.
Yeah.
So, they can lose. And unfortunately,
we done had them on the ropes twice. We done had them on the ropes twice.
Right.
How you with time? You okay?
I'm good. All
right, we're going to go into the rundown. We're going to carry you into the rundown.
Oh, that's nice of you guys.
Because we got some more things. One of the things I want to ask about is the state of the WNBA. This is in its 20th year. And what can we look forward to going forward with it? So let's talk. We'll talk about it. Stay with us, Sister Crush.
Hi, I'm Viola Davis. Did you know that 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger? Growing up, I was one of those kids, but we can solve this. When we make breakfast happen for kids in our neighborhood, we have the power to end childhood hunger, create bigger, brighter school days, and healthier minds and bodies. Go to hungeris.org and lend your time or your voice.
We're hungry for more.
A message from the Albertsons Companies Foundation and the Entertainment Industry Foundation.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her.
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Keep a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve. It's now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend?
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face. And posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
If you're looking for that ratchet, you're in the wrong place. It's the nation's urban internet station, Sensation Station Network.
Going to the Crush Rundown, brought to you by Cricket Wireless. Cricket has something epic for you. Get a free select 4G LTE smartphone like the Samsung Galaxy M2, plus a $50 bill credit when you switch. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about. We're still going in our rundown, and we still got Angel with us, hanging out with us a little while longer. So I just got a few more questions, and just talk about WNBA a little bit as far as what do we see, projection, and things of that nature. It is in its 20th year. We've seen the likes of Cynthia Cooper and all the greats, and Cheryl Swoops, and now we're bound to Maya Moore and all that. Where do you see it going? Because one of the things that me and Macy always say, we wish that they stayed here more, but the need for these women to make money makes them have to play overseas all year. So you got to pay maybe two players that stay, Maya and girl at Dallas, Skylar, because they got they're the WNBA, but most of them have to go play, so they play 10 months out of the year overseas. So is there anything that you see as far as making this game? Because I think it could. I'd love to see the Dream more during the year.
Absolutely.
They step from May to August, and they're gone again. So you don't see them again for another 8 months. What are your thoughts on that?
Timing is everything, but then also you got to think about it. I mean, with the time frame that you're given, even keep them here. Give them that incentive. A lot of the players are leaving because of the money.
Right.
You know, you can make a lot of money going overseas, and of course the experience. And even before that, before we had Skype and all this stuff that you can stay connected, a lot of players are going over there just to survive. You know, you're getting base salary, maybe $45,000 to $50,000 playing in the league, and you're like, well, once this is over, I still have to find a way to survive. I just can't sit here. So, every player doesn't have the luxury of coming off of a endorsement deal or having an agent that puts them in different situations where they're still making money while they're here. So they have to go overseas and, take care of business that way. And I think that wears the body down. So you have to think, okay, what players are going to come off fresh? A lot of the times they're coming from overseas straight into the last part of camp or the beginning of the season. Or they're like, you know what, I've had enough. I'm tired.
Right.
So I gotta, pick and choose what's best for me. But I think at this point, there's an understanding of what these players are wanting. They have a great board and leadership right now. Even when you're talking about the WNBPA and the association of the players working for the league overall, and them having very intelligent women that are the voice and saying what we need. And just even seeing the games on Twitter that are allowed, and then also, just being able to say, okay, this is a time frame that we have. Let's make it the best that we can. It is exciting, but I think it comes down to money, and I mean, you have to survive.
Always, because I've always said that with you just look at the astronomical money that the that the NBA generates and they make. I've always said, since they are partners, 10%, 7%, put that back into a pot for the WNBA, because they can promote the league better with the girls being here. We need the women here so that way we can promote the game year round.
I think the league at this point is in great hands when you're looking at the president and Lisa Borders and her being a fan from the very beginning. And
Right.
she was here in Atlanta working with Coca-Cola and then also being on the sidelines for the Atlanta Dream a lot and just seeing her passion for the game.
Right.
You need people who see the vision, have a vision for the league and where to take it. And it's been exciting, just with the Twitter and then also now with, the NBA 2K. How are we marketing the game? How are we getting people in the stands? And then how are we, keeping our players here? What are we doing for them that no one else can? And I think there's obviously things that need to be worked out, but at this point, there's been growth. Even after the 20th season, this 21st season, you see how many people are saying, you know what, I checked out my first WBA game and I really, really enjoyed it. I'm so glad you invited me. And it just comes down to that, removing the stigma of just like, well, it's a man's game and it's boring. Well, why is it boring? You didn't even give it a chance.
Right.
So at this point, it's just, if you're interested in it, check it out. If you don't, that's fine. There's other sports. But at the end of the day, I think it's a great, great group of talented women.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you want to watch a game, come tomorrow in Atlanta.
Yes.
Cambridge Pavilion, Lynx, Dream, get to see some things. Let me ask you, was that a goal for you while you played? Or
No.
You never wanted to go there?
I wanted to play overseas, but for me, I just knew that I wanted to start early in broadcasting. And for me to get that full-time, paid benefits job, in 2010, working with Fox, I was like, I'm definitely going to go for it. And I've had opportunities where they're like, okay, you want to do this? You want to do this? And honestly, I say my plan is nothing to what God has planned for me. And so at the end of the day, it was just like, I want to do it. And then something will happen. It's just like, okay, well, you need to chill out, though, because this is what you're supposed to be doing. And it's been a lot of fun to grow from a lot of people in this business and learn who I want to be in this business and then building relationships with the players and then obviously the team, any network at this point, that you're working with. But it's been fun to just be a part of sports still.
I feel like, and you probably already do this, more people need to hear you. More young ladies need to hear you tell this story because this is one of the things, you can stay connected to sports and still do what you love.
Absolutely. And I think it's you want to be careful too, because I think a lot of people once they say they can't play the game anymore, you go through withdrawals and it becomes their identity.
Right.
Like I love basketball, I love a lot of sports, but at the end of the day, you're doing something over and over and over and over again, and all of a sudden you're not doing it. Then it's just like, well, what is my purpose? Right. And I wouldn't even say broadcasting is my purpose. It's honestly to give back and, to do different things for other people. Like that's what I've learned about myself. Using, the platform of being a student athlete or a broadcaster to do that. Just left from South Africa with FCA and being able to build and, grow a family there and just give back to them. They don't care if I'm on TV.
Right.
They do not care. But at the end of the day, I feel better about the people that I'm around that are giving back and, being inspiration and just inspiring other people. That's what's most fulfilling to me.
It's kind of a hot topic question, even though we're not there. You ever had to cross up somebody just to show them that your game is that serious?
Well, you know what? I still got it a little bit. To be honest, I still got it. But it's funny, like I have to kind of take it easy at even LA Fitness. They're like, all right, you better watch out. This pays you. But I do think once you get somebody, you got to finish the play, even if it's a nice, cross behind the leg, the hezzy move. You maybe go into the rim. It's just at the end of the day, it's either the pull up or the finish with the one hand. That's how you know if it's a complete cross up.
She had to call in and be like, "Hey, I ain't gonna be able to make it. What happened?
I lost a tooth.
Man, I took her elbow.
I did it one too many times. They kept telling me, all right, be careful.
They told me to play with the mouthpiece, but I had to take it. I had to talk smack.
Yeah.
I couldn't talk with it in my mouth.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, we about to enter. When we come back, we take a break. When we come back, we're going to finish it up with Angel, man. Because that pays the bills. Be careful. We'll be right back.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
We're more connected than ever before. 90% of America's students use some form of social media, but not all of it's used in a good way. Hurtful posts online are leading to social isolation for many. Psychologists say it's bullying in a brand new way. Well, Beyond Differences and I Keep Safe are looking to change that with ideas for students, their parents, and even teachers. Take the pledge to be kind online and learn more at wearekindonline.com.
Sensation Station Network.
Sometimes we learn a little too much behind the scenes, but we're going to the Crush second hour, being brought to you by the College Football League. Registration is now open. The College Football League provides a high school feeder youth football and cheer program for kids in K through 5th grade in Cobb County, Baldwin County, and also in Marietta City and Roswell City Schools. Go to collegefootball.com for more information. We're going into the second hour. Our last segment with our friend Angel.
Hey, you just had too much fun, man. When you love what you do, baby.
So all you pretty people out there, be careful. You can talk trash you want to. Just remember, you got to get on TV the next day. Some of these people don't.
Sometimes you got to do it from the second row. Talk trash from the stands. That's the safest place. Sometimes.
Like, yo, I'm nice, B. I ain't got time.
Yeah. Got to walk away from those conversations.
We're good.
Just check my footwork.
This is what you do. You go into any type of place that has a gym. You just shoot around, just so they know you still have it. Because sometimes they look, oh, the girl, she coming on. Just knock down a couple shots, give a couple, in and outs, and they're like, hey, you want to play? No, I'm good. I'm actually on my way out, but I just wanted to let you know I stepped out.
Yeah, you can't show game.
See why fundamentals are always important. See, can't never lose your fundamentals.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you about social media. Do you get into with people on social media, or you try to stay away from them?
You know what? I'm reclaiming my time. I'm not going there.
Maxine Waters in the building.
I don't have time for it. Like, we're supposed to be happy. Like, if you disagree, okay, disagree. But don't come at me, I'm not going to, press a button where it's just like, oh, but church is out of line.
Yeah.
So if you just want to be a troll, that's on you. But at the end of the day, there's the block button.
Yeah, trolling is at all time high.
There's a block button for those type of
right.
people.
Right. I love the way you kind of put that in perspective, because in this business, you can say one thing and they don't catch everything you say, but they catch the end part. Oh, let me send her there.
Yeah.
It's not that serious, people.
I'll give you a story. I saw a clip of, I guess, LeVar Ball saying something to the reporter about stay in your lane. And that's the only part I saw. I was like, wait a minute, what does that, I'm a feminist. What do you mean stay in your lane? Get up, cut the cameras off, And I'm just like, I do not agree with that.
Yeah.
Now, did I hear the entire interview and how everything went down? No. But just that little thing was just like, well, she was out of line.
Yeah.
And you just don't want them to be great and the big baller brand forever. It's just like, dude, chill out.
Yeah.
It's great. But at the end of the day, it's just, I didn't agree with how he came off.
Let me ask you this, because we were privy to something recently to some of our friends that are also into the business. As a woman, do you feel like you have the added stress to make sure everything is done?
Oh, yes. I just recently learned that I'm not just in sports, I'm in entertainment. And that's how you have to look at it. Like, you just want to be your best self because, hello, there's HD cameras. So, you're like, okay, I have all my information right, but if your edges are off or if your teeth aren't whitened.
You will be a meme.
You will be a meme. Yeah, we've seen it happen.
Yes.
We've seen it happen.
But how crazy?
It's crazy. It's unfortunate, however, and especially for women. Especially for women, they see you first, they hear you second. Yeah. So it's like, let me get your attention, and then when you hear me, you understand that I need to continue to have your attention because I know what I'm talking about. Wow. There's a lot of women and reporters that have done that well before me, and I admire them, I study them, and I, just go with that.
Because I was always the biggest advocate for my boo. Pam Oliver.
Well, they be hard on Pam.
Yeah, you know, and I would always so when she end up, you know, getting banged around, I was like, listen, it's because of y'all pettiness that she's getting removed off the 18. Like, she's been doing this like forever. Like, she one of the best to ever do it.
She's a legend in this business. And
legendary.
Of course, you know, she's great at what she does, and I really do respect her. And that's just an eye-opening moment too, where you're just like, okay, this is real.
Yeah,
people really do, like, they
go off.
She still has feelings too.
Yeah,
you know, at the end of the day, it's just like, okay, so I'm not doing my job good enough because of how you think or perceive me and like how I look. And that's not okay, you know. So blocked. You're all blocked.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I respect her. But you also understand the urgency behind having everything together.
Well, we thank you so much, Angel,
Thanks
for
for
coming
having me.
on. It was a blast.
A lot of fun having. Thank you.
Got from head to toe. Got to keep it tight. When we come, we got to have you back one day.
Absolutely.
Any shout outs you want to give before we leave?
Shout outs.
Let's go.
You guys, it's been fun. Thank you so much for having me. Obviously, my sister who's just been chilling over there in the corner, Miracle Gray. Thank you for hanging out with me. And then
give me some Purdue gear.
Stone Mountain, we in here.
Mama was an angel and a miracle.
Let me see you run the mountain.
All right, run the mountain. Meet me for the hiking on the mountain.
We about to take some photos. We'll be right back.
Great leaders aren't born, they're made. And not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
Our freedom and security are made possible through the service and sacrifice of our military and first responders. The Gary Sinise Foundation provides many outreach programs supporting these brave men and women. Join us. Donate at GarySiniseFoundation.org.
Hi, I'm Viola Davis. Did you know that 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger? Growing up, I was one of those kids. But we can solve this. When we make breakfast happen for kids in our neighborhood, we have the power to end childhood hunger, create bigger, brighter school days, and healthier minds and bodies. Go to hungeris.org and lend your time or your voice.
We're hungry for more.
A message from the Albertsons Companies Foundation and the Entertainment Industry Foundation.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
I want to be a warm fleece on a cold
I want to be
day.
a football
I want to
stadium.
be a bike that races around the country.
I want to be a bench on a forest trail.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com and let Truisms help you to the next level.
Y'all need anything else?
Sensation Station Network.
I'm Nicole Carr with Channel 2 Action News, and you're listening to The Crush on the Sensation Station Network.
Really, Lace? Really, Glaze? Really, Crush fans? This is the section of the show where we question the intelligence of our sports brethren. Man, we're going to that really being brought to you by Rocket Sports One. Not for the mediocre. Rocket Sports One is the fitness gear you use to skyrocket your life. Go to rocketsports-1.com to get your apparel. And Macy, what's the motto for Rocket Sports?
Rock the rocket, baby.
Rock the rocket, man. First of all, shout out to Angel Gray for coming in and Miracle, the sister. They going to be balling out, man.
Angel
Family full of ballers, man.
Yeah,
family full of ballers.
Know that.
Right now, we're going to really, man, because we got to go in through and question some of the people out there. What you got, Maceo?
Hey, man, really, New York Jets Twitter So your team claimed wide receiver Bruce Ellington off waivers.
Right.
But the social media tweets that you signed running back Andre Ellington that plays for the Arizona Cardinals.
That gotta be.
He ain't got cut yet. So not only that, you guys get the wrong player, the wrong team, and then the wrong position. Y'all went and picked up a wide receiver, not a running back.
It's the Jets, man.
It's the Jets.
It's the Jets.
It's the Jets.
I hate to keep jumping on this guy, but Jalen Collins, really, man. PEDs, man. And we talked about it during the hot topic, but I'm just adding a little bit to the really because it belongs there. Like we say, man. So if you you came in under suspension.
You've been. You
know they gonna test you for everything,
right?
So you need to make sure every pill, every aspirin, every ibuprofen,
everything
that goes in your body,
everything
is not on that banned substance list,
right?
And I don't want to hear, well, they should be legal. It ain't. Don't let the game be taken away from you, young fella.
Hey, man.
You went to a Super Bowl. Man. You played, man.
You started a Super Bowl.
And now, 10 games.
How
much you said? 509?
He gonna miss $509,000. 10 weeks of game checks.
$500,000?
Right.
I say it like that for all y'all like that. $500,000 he can't eat by the miss.
$500,000. Know that.
What you got, man?
Really, NFL. So I thought we were letting the guys celebrate this year. I thought we were gonna be relaxed on the celebration.
Right.
So Josh Norman can't do his bow and arrow celebration
so
anymore.
Stop that one though.
We're gonna stop that one.
Okay.
But this was crazy. Your new media darling, Deshaun Watson, that's his favorite celebration.
It is.
So you're gonna stop Josh Norman, but what's happening when Deshaun does it for the first time?
Yeah.
Are we gonna be able to say, okay, now we can do the bow and arrow? Yeah. Help me understand NFL. Really, NFL.
Still not for long.
Really?
And also, man, to the media out there who kept trying to tell us that the reason why the NFL ratings were down was because of Colin Kaepernick. No, it wasn't. SI put out an article today that the reason why ratings were down because of the election last year and so much election coverage was going out. They just tried to put everything on Colin. It's his fault people ain't coming to the game. It's his fault. It ain't his fault. Matter of fact, when the election was over, ratings went right back up, and we had the highest rated Super Bowl in 10 years this year. So before y'all keep trying to throw that out there, please stop. Quit trying to put everything on Colin, man. You got one more before we go?
Hey, man, really, Sheldon Richardson. Brandon Marshall is out your locker room. Why are you still ripping this guy?
Why? It's a new season.
Matter of fact, he's still in New York City. Go knock on his door. Man, stop being a media tough guy, man. Step to Brandon Marshall. He just played the locker room right around the corner.
Right there. The same stadium.
Same stadium. He ain't even have to move.
Yeah.
Really, Sheldon Richardson, man. Really.
And we're about to take a break. It's time for a little Wild Out Corner when we get back. Stay with us, Sister Crush.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her.
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Keep a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve. It's now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
1 in 7 Americans will struggle with addiction during their lifetime. Want to know how you can help? Go to heretolisten.com for tips and tools to help turn addiction around. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team. I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place this first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I
I am an expert, and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Wide outs, baby. It's a wide out thing. Wide outs, baby. It's a wide out thing. Wide outs, baby.
Oh, man, it's that time of the week, man, where, he just need more of the show, man. I just keep giving him stuff. He still need a little more, man. Time for the Wild Out Corner with that guy Mace ever heard, number 2. No, he went from 10 to 2.
Yeah.
You got like almost a steering wheel, 10 to 2.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
2 and 10.
Try to keep it 10. Rondell came back. Long story, man. But the Wide Out Corner is brought to you by the Love Collection by Liz, where we create natural body and hair products by hand with love.
Rondell saying, giving up the number.
TLC will make you feel amazing. Take time to love on you. Made by hands with love. Give her a call at 770-714-7173. Glaze, Wide Out Corner tonight is just about my favorite time of year.
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights, man.
Yeah.
I just want to speak to the youth, man.
Talk to them.
High school football is the purest form of football. Yeah. This is going to be the last time you play the game where it's truly love.
Yeah.
Because once you get to the next level, the politics kick in. It becomes a business. You got to sit down with somebody who's going to tell you if you can keep that scholarship because it's 1 year renewable or not. Friday Night Lights are so special.
Yeah.
Everybody who ever played football can tell you about their first 8th grade experience, their first JV experience, their first varsity experience, even though I ain't never played no JV, so I don't know nothing about that. But Friday Night Lights are so special, man. The community gets involved. Your mom and dad get off work to come see you play. Everybody get T-shirts made up with your name and number on the back. I couldn't never really get going, Glaze, till the band got to the stadium. We'll be warming up. Once I seen the band buses pull up, then I got geeked a little bit more. To hear the drummers come in, to hear that beat. Once you hear the national anthem during Friday Night Light, it's something different.
Yeah.
This time of year, everybody is so, athletes, stop worrying about your offers. Stop worrying about, did you do this? Go make a play.
Make a play.
Everybody can remember to a man their first touchdown, their first tackle, that feel of the first win, the first loss.
Yeah.
Everybody, Friday Night Lights are so special. If you ask anybody who played at the highest level, they will tell you their most memorable moments came in Friday Night Lights.
No.
Just watch this. Glaze, what's your best memory from Friday Night Lights?
Played Rennes High School, and I played some defense, but we were on a punt, and I blocked a punt. Took it back to the house. We scored. And you can see me on the sideline just doing a little dance on the video. But they were supposed to have beat us that year.
Yeah.
And we beat them like 26-0, but that was the big play, like kind of turned it over. My favorite Friday Night Lights memory, man. Yeah, you can't. I'm 44 now. Just
right.
44.
It's something about going to school that morning on Friday, knowing that you get to put the uniform on, and you get to, y'all didn't have the experience get on the bus. To get on that bus, get to Lakewood, man, get off that bus, man, and we just sit on the hill. And if it was a game played before us, we just sit on the hill and you watching. And, for guys who, when you know you pretty, when you know you dressed up on game day, you can't wait to come out from the side so everybody can see you spatted, tights, long towel, and you go make plays.
You know the one thing I always remember about Friday Night Light, Mace? It might have been a little different for y'all, but we would be in our little locker room, and we heard the other bus, and we saw another county on the bus. This blood just started getting ready. And we hear them talking. We gonna come beat Lincoln it up. We like, no, you ain't.
Now, for us, it was once you got to the field,
right,
and you standing, you getting ready to go warm up, and the other team in the other end zone, and you see them, and it's like you don't watch film all week, and now here they go.
Yeah,
and it's nothing like this feeling, man. And people if you didn't play, you're not gonna understand what I'm saying. But again, ask any of your relatives. My uncle still talk about their Friday night. My dad just went over to his I don't know what reunion this was for them, and to see his teammates, and they still talk about the games at Rosedale High School. Friday Night Lights special.
How many cats we had? Remember we had Garrison here? 10 years in the league, 3 years at Georgia. He's still like, man, when we played such and such.
His best memories are his high school football memories.
When we played that team, you scored that. It's nothing like it.
It's the nothing like that first time your picture in the paper.
Yeah.
And you go, listen, we used to go get up every morning and drive to the Shell. And I can remember the one Saturday I didn't drive to the Shell. I got all kind of phone calls like, hey, man, you been to the gas station yet? Nah, what's up? Man, your picture in the paper. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And to have the...
How fast you get up there?
Bruh, to ride up there and have the big picture in the AJC in the high school section. Bro, I bought every newspaper. I went to the Shell, then I went to the BP. I bought every newspaper. It was that real.
Hey, man, we're going to talk about that. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, and father of 5. I'm also an expert on drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids, and there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
And lead the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda. That's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
There's a power you have within you, unlike any other. You can't explain it. It's just there. It drives you, compels you. You cannot ignore it. Do you feel it? It's that power that tells you you can do the absolute impossible. The power that tells you you're more than what you currently are. The power that tells you it's time. Launch. Move. Skyrocket your life with Rocket Sports One fitness gear. RocketSports-One.com.
Yo, it's your boy Michael McFadden. If you hear my voice right now, that means you're tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network. Shout out to them Cowboys. Not for real. Maceo Glaze, what up?
We're back, man. Just to piggyback off, I just saw, I ain't gonna lie though, when Michigan wear their uniform right, the new Jordan uniform is it?
Oh, man.
I just saw a glimpse of somebody like had it full head to toe. Boy, that looked sweet. I was like, ooh, that's gonna be nasty.
Boy, that crispy, boy.
That's gonna be
crispy.
Man, I want to get into a little NFL talk, mate. So, this weekend was the Hall of Fame weekend, and we had a few guys that went in that we know. Shout out to Terrell Davis. Is it Terrell or Terrell?
It depends on what day it is.
Yeah, it could be both of them.
Yeah.
But he went in, man, and I'm just gonna go through a few. I'm looking at what Terrell did. Honestly, John Elway owe him a ton. That whole Shanahan, him running. He was the first person that actually knew how to read the run, the read zone. He knew how to do it. You know how you run down, you don't just hit a hole.
He was one cut.
You was like, you just needed to see a gap. He was the first person I seen doing perfect.
He knew how to ride it.
So all these cats that can do it now,
yeah.
Terrell the first one I ever saw do it right, man.
I was still on the fence about him being a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Still on the fence. I'm like, he career was cut short. We understand that. He is like, to me, one of the perfect examples of why you have to stay in the media's eye. I think that played a major part in him getting into the Hall of Fame.
And I think I just look at a couple of the guys that went in. You got Kurt who went in. I can't think of his last name now. Quarterback.
Kurt Warner.
Mm-hmm. And Kurt didn't have a long career. He had 3 or 4 good years here, 3 or 4 good years here.
He is the ultimate overachiever.
Yeah. And I just look at it, and looking at the Hall of Fame, you got Keenan Easley went in finally and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it looked to me a little bit like Maceo, like, okay, we got people that could have went in, like Terrell Owens and Terrell Davis, but
Right.
it looks like the gats that went in. And LaDamian's different. You know, he did his thing.
He deserved to be. He was a surefire Hall of Famer.
He did his thing, but Jerry went in because no matter how much we hate Jerry, some people, I don't hate Jerry because Jerry changed the game. Honestly, his print on the game will always be long.
He has showed the owners how to get this money.
Yeah, and he
the master. I always said, but he the master P of the NFL.
Yeah, he took the NFL and made it as big and profitable as the Yankees are. Cowboys surpassed that.
Yeah, he made it big business. He's the ultimate marketing guru.
Yeah, and if you look at it, and Atlanta, whatever they was talking about when we went through that Mercedes-Benz, what they kept mentioning.
Oh yeah, dog.
They kept mentioning Jerry World.
Cowboy Stadium.
They was like, well, we the biggest this because Cowboy Stadium was this. We the biggest this.
And again, everybody, it's like I said, he the master P of it because, like I say, Master P showed rappers were talking about they were getting money.
Yeah.
Master P was like, no, y'all not.
I'm gonna show you this 85-15.
I'm gonna show you that's right.
I'm gonna show you how to do it.
They call it in the music business now the Master P. That they let nobody get Master P deals no more.
Only one person getting that deal,
and they could P tricked them because they went in and like Jerry spent every dime. Jerry had to borrow money to buy the Cowboys. Yeah. But that thing, boy, you talking about return on investment?
It's billions, not $1 billion, billions of dollar franchise.
Return on investment,
and he took chances with it, and he's been in 30 years. The Cowboys still relevant, even if we're gonna talk more about it. If you me and Make Sure we go back and forth because that's what we do. But if you want to look at the game, how to be played, he did it. He knew how to play it. He knew where to go and all that. We're gonna talk about some other ones, man. Jason Taylor was on there. We're gonna talk about this class, man.
Yeah, man.
There was a lot of.
Now next year,
it should be loaded, but
next year gonna be 5 next year
if they don't be petty. But
they're gonna be petty.
Yeah, you know they are.
Yeah,
we'll be right back.
You use Tearless baby shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bath water to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home walk restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
If you're looking for that ratchet, you're in the wrong place. It's the nation's urban internet station, Sensation Station Network.
Yeah. As we bring in that Master P. Hustlers, ballers, YPs, your neighbor.
That's about it. But dude, I used to watch that movie all the time.
Oh, about it.
I was like, man, this is like terrible and great at the same time.
Yeah. It was a lot of those movies was like that though. You be watching and be like, I can't turn it off because who gonna pop in now? Like the first time I see State Property, I saw everybody from Rockefeller except for Jay was in the first one.
Yeah, Jay was in there. It was quick, but Jay was in there.
And Jay was like, wait a minute, y'all keep spending money on what?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Dame loved them movies.
Yeah, he was. I think he went to 3, didn't he?
Yeah.
He made 3 of them.
Yeah.
Saw Cameron with his pink on. Everybody was.
It's kind of crazy, yo. It's kind of crazy.
Talking about the Hall of Famers, man, who went in and who didn't. Just to talk about a few that didn't go in. Paul Tagliabue didn't go in, who was a former NFL commissioner. Do we know about Terrell Owens? John Lynch didn't go in. Brian Dawkins, Faneca, Joe Jacoby, Kevin Mawai. How did Mawai not get in?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Isaac Bruce and cornerback Tyler Aller, who didn't get in. We know Randy Moss is eligible next year, so it should be interesting.
He's eligible. Ray Lewis is eligible next year.
But I just want to look at something. You said it before we went in. Morton Anderson, we talked about him. We didn't talk about him, but he went in. He played forever, 25 years.
Yeah.
But just looking at Terrell Davis, Jason Taylor, LaDainian Thomas, and Kurt Warner, they all work for the NFL Network.
Yes.
I don't know Jason Taylor. Do we work for the
Jason Taylor don't, but
the other 3 do.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like I'm not saying that they had anything to do with it. Because ALT was getting in. LT was getting in. He was a great running back. But Kurt and Terrell, we were questioning. But they both did good. Terrell with the great speech, talking about shout out to Georgia, University of Georgia. And Ray Goff was there. A Ray Goff sighting was there in Canton this week. But Jerry Jones, Jason Taylor, this class will not be one that you will always say, remember the class of such and such, such and such. You know what I'm saying? May say it won't be one of those classes that you be like, yo, that's a talented class.
And like I was saying, the speeches, they were okay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no moving speeches. I mean, LT tried to, he
put out the water.
Yeah. TD speech was, Jason Taylor's speech. Like I say, they're not speeches, and that's why I put that post out there. Like, Michael Irvin would still leave with like just one of the better speeches.
I don't even think his speech was so good. I don't know, he wrote now. He just went.
He did. He went from the heart. You can tell he went from the heart.
Look, man.
Because he didn't think he would be there.
I didn't either.
He didn't think he would be there because he didn't make the first. Everybody thought him and Troy would have went in together.
Yeah.
Troy made it. He didn't, and he had to really ask himself, like, dude, I might not be a Hall of Famer because of all of my off the field transgressions.
I truly believe this. We're gonna be here long enough to have a vote for the Hall of Fame, but I just would like to. If I vote, I'm going to vote purely on what they did on the field.
Right.
I think a lot of these,
because that's all that matters.
A lot of these writers get into their feelings. I didn't like the way he talked to us. There is nothing. T.O. never went to jail. He never did anything wrong. But for you just to say because you didn't like his personality.
And the thing about if you're a media guy, you should have loved T.O. because, he was always a quote.
Yeah.
You knew you was going to get something good from T.O.
He never turned down interviews. He just went out there and talked. You might not like what he said.
Right.
But he said something.
But and that's why I feel more than anything, the players, like the Hall of Famers who are in the Hall, they should have more of a say. Yeah. It shouldn't be the media. It's a committee, and people got to go in there and make a case for you.
Yeah.
Did he dominate the game?
Is
his career worthy of, come on, man. Really.
Yeah. And that's the thing that gets me. We in the media now. We're part of certain things. We're going to be able to vote on things. But I think the thing that bothers me about it, if you get to the point, and y'all can take this the wrong way, I don't give a crap. A lot of y'all didn't play the game.
and that has something to do with it because you don't know what those guys go through, and you don't know for T.O. to come back from a broke leg and dominate a Super Bowl. He didn't win it, but dog, how many guys would have just shut it down?
Yeah. To see that and just to say, well, he wasn't a well-liked team. I don't know nobody who said they had T.O. on their team that didn't like him. Now, he was talk trash. We had Garrison here who was a teammate here for 4 years. They still buddies, I think.
So he one of the best teammates you could ever have.
Y'all quit getting in your feelings, man.
Get out your feelings.
Get out your feelings.
Get out
these
your
people in
feelings.
the Hall of Fame. We'll be right back.
I'm more resourceful than I thought.
My suit can still make an impression.
My video games are still game changers.
And my lamp can bring others a bright future.
Because when I donate my stuff to Goodwill,
it helps fund job placement and training for people right in my community.
Now my stuff gets a second chance.
And will give someone in my community
a second chance too.
Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. That's goodwill.org. This message brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Viola Davis. Did you know that 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger? Growing up, I was one of those kids. But we can solve this. When we make breakfast happen for kids in our neighborhood, we have the power to end childhood hunger, create bigger, brighter school days, and healthier minds and bodies. Go to hungeris.org and lend your time or your voice.
We're hungry for more.
A message from the Albertsons Companies Foundation and the Entertainment Industry Foundation.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college. This is beyond a simple donation. It's the opportunity for America to invest in its kids and take an active stake in the future of the country. The return on your investment isn't money. What you get back is knowing you protected our potential. So one day, that potential can grow up to become surgeons and architects, executives and engineers, people who can change the future just by being a part of it. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. A public service announcement brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
This is Lasia Clarendon, point guard for the Atlanta Dream, and you're listening to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
We have ignition.
Hey man, we're back. Now I ain't gonna lie. This song here, any setting, I'm running swag and surfing.
Graduations, weddings.
I don't care where I'm at.
Bar mitzvahs.
I'm at my daughter's 16th birthday. I'm in the middle of a bunch of 16-year-olds. Swag and going. It was sad. It's something about this song.
This is a song that will stand the test of time.
Oh my God. I don't care where I'm at. I can be sitting down. They play this, I'm running.
Only part of that song I don't like when he talking about some big polo on my body.
Yeah, no.
The big polo man is very
don't
ugly.
do that. Don't do that to yourself.
I remember I got a couple of them shirts. I was like, I can't walk around
That's
in
a
polo
huge
man.
polo.
I mean, that dude is so big on that shirt. I
Like
feel
you
bad putting it on.
That's a huge polo. We're back, man. You listen
How
to The
much
Crush.
bigger do y'all want him?
It can't be that much bigger. Hey, your thoughts on this Jay Cutler signing by the Dolphins, man?
Honestly, I knew that's where it was gonna go. It made sense this late in the camp. Adam Gase needed a guy who knows his offense.
system, right.
He's played with him, so they don't have. It's not a get to know period. Jay Cutler can go out there today.
He know the play,
and he can walk in the huddle and give the play, the verbiage, everything. He knows the play.
This was one of the only quarterback signings so far.
That made sense.
Everybody's about the Kaepernick thing. This one made sense.
This one made sense. Like, this one shouldn't have shocked nobody.
Yeah, because like you said, Gates is already there.
Gase was his coordinator. His best career numbers were under Adam Gase.
Now, my question is, has he been working out? Because he was getting ready for broadcast, man.
Well, according to Jay Cutler, he say he play quarterback, so his cardiovascular don't have to be that good.
I just think that
came out of Jay Cutler's mouth.
He did say that. He did say
he's
that.
not gonna tuck the ball and run.
I don't know. Just somebody that Jay look like he having fun too, though. He rode in limo to get there.
It's Jay Cutler.
It's cut.
I mean, this is what we know about Jay. He can wake up and throw the football 80 yards.
He got on.
That we know. Him getting to know the receivers, him making them dumb faces, all that's getting ready to come back.
It's coming back.
That's coming back.
And it's going to be on South Beach.
You know, Miami fans, I mean, hey, South Beach might revitalize the guy. I don't know.
He will be his job was to come in. They just needed somebody who can know the system and don't have to retrain and teach and wait 3 weeks to learn it.
Matt Moore was going to be terrible. And this is an important season for Adam Gase.
Yeah.
So Adam Gase didn't have time to bring a guy in, and I got to teach him. Like, everybody, go listen to how a play call is made in the NFL. It's not flashcards and like 32 lead break.
They call the whole for everybody. There's a piece of it for everybody on the line,
Right.
the receivers, the
Right.
tight end. Everybody has a piece of that play call.
You are truly learning a new language when you go and learn an offense, NFL offense.
That's why when you see the centers always run out before the huddles break, because they call their piece out. He tell them what he
Yeah,
need to
he
do.
called his piece out. He gone.
Yeah, but yeah, because Tannehill is out. For those who know, Ryan Tannehill's out partially torn ACL, which ain't good.
No.
Probably
On the
for the
same leg he just had the surgery on. So
you're talking about a long time. So you got to have you somebody out there who can handle this position. And you got to say, going from Chicago, the weather, to Miami, that ain't bad. Now, you got to go play in Buffalo or New England and all that in the Jets, but 80 of your games a year on South Beach. 80-something degrees all year long.
Boy. and you super rich before you get there. So, I mean, you know.
Definitely on Star Island.
Yeah, right. You can stand there, though, the baby, and Lil Wayne, and all
definitely. So, I mean, this is the one, like we said, that made sense. You know,
it made big sense.
You know, and it's just because of just the way it works. So, when we got there, did you get a chance to see the Hall of Fame game? Did you enjoy a little bit of it?
Oh, you know, I watched all. I enjoyed all of the Hall of Fame game.
Did you enjoy? What about the back end of your players? You know, what are you seeing in the depth?
What I liked, I wanted to see the tight end we had from Baylor, the young guy who's a basketball player who's converted. I like what I saw from him. I like the evolution of Bryce Butler. I like how he continues to grow.
Yeah.
And our young secondary was surprisingly good.
I do like a move that y'all did make, putting Lyle at right tackle.
Yeah.
I think it was very correct.
I mean, considering that we got him for a steal.
Y'all got him for $1.50. Nobody else wanted him. Y'all got him for $1.50.
I mean, boy, it paid off.
About to be an all-pro over there, right? Tackle him out there. So I think that's gonna be a good move for him as well. So we come back, man. Me and Mason gonna talk about some of the things that we were able to see this weekend. So stay with us while we swag and surf real quick. We'll be right back.
Major key alert. Life is like school. You will be tested, so pass it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it. And it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He'd guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
When it comes to saving money, don't act like a baby.
Goo goo gaga.
Be the boss and make a budget.
I'm the boss, baby.
You're the boss of me.
I am the boss of you.
Are not.
M2.
Are not.
M2.
Need a little help?
Aren't you gonna do any work?
I'm very busy delegating.
Create a personalized savings plan.
We could share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
And get other tools and tips at feedthepig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
I want to be a warm fleece on a
I
cold
want to
day.
be a football
I want to
stadium.
be a bike that races around the country.
I want to be a bench on a forest trail.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Killer Mike, Killer Kill from the Ville. You're checking me out right now on the Sensation Station Network. Make sure you tune in, suckers.
Hey, we're back, man. Just want to Killer Mike, boy, he been killing it, man. He got barbershops. He getting Killer Mike days. Jesus, bro.
Hey, man, the Atlanta Hawks trying to distract us, but let's keep it moving.
All I can say, man, all that stuff didn't happen till he came on the show. Just saying. Hey, we're back, man. Hey, make sure we just had a great weekend, man. We saw a few things. We went to McKeachin High School out here in Powder Springs, Georgia, man.
Big dollars, big money to blow.
Man, I saw that when I told Coach University of McKeachin the way he looked at me, so I kind of laughed at that a little bit. But it's a school that really has a lot going on in the program.
He said one thing in that interview, and I loved how he said, he was like, yeah, you know, hey, you look at it's more than bricks and mortar.
Yeah.
It's more than that. And what he harped on was the community.
Right.
And to see that, and that's why I hit Brandon, Mr. Atlanta Ducks. I hit him this morning. I'm like, dude, you gotta marry all of these programs. We have to develop feeder programs in our schools because you can't compete against McKeeston. You can't compete against Buford when it counts.
Right.
You can't compete against a Kale because again, to see. I'm just looking at the 8th grade quarterback, and the 8th grade quarterback didn't look no different from the JV kids. Didn't look no different besides size.
Right.
He knows the offense already. Now, do you know what kind of advantage that is?
That's why I say to the day, and it took me 3 years to really understand what y'all go through in the city of Atlanta football with all this talent. But it's hard, and this is why it's hard. In college, you can get used to it. You're going to learn and develop because it's a different style. But in high school, if you don't grow around the kids,
right?
You don't, because like I told you, even though we don't call it a feeder program, I grew up in Lincoln County. There wasn't no other school to go to,
right?
But Lincoln County.
So y'all all played together anyway.
We knew our style, so we trusted each other for 13 years because we went to kindergarten.
Right.
Coached at Kale. I told you about the program. They built the feeder program, so now all the kids who was in the district played in the game. So they finished. They started off as 6th graders, or in now kindergartners, and finished. And to see what we saw, because out there you went and saw the Autism Bowl this weekend as well, and you saw some talent. There's a lot of talent in the city. Don't get it twisted.
Man, it's so much talent, and you know the thing I want some of these youth coaches, and like I say, you know, I understand, you know, y'all volunteering, it's this. I understand all of that, but at the same time, teach these kids the basics, like. 7, 8, 9-year-olds should not be running the shotgun. Now, if you can do it, okay, I get it, but that snap is gonna be bad more times than not. Because you don't spend the right time like as a guy who coached quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. Before practice, like my quarterback had to be on the field 30 minutes before practice because they had to take 300 snaps every day.
We coached at the 8th grade level, and the hardest thing for us. I used to get so mad because my man Nick, who would, we used to coach together, he always wanted to do snaps, shotgun. I'm like, dog, and it was terrible. So I can imagine a 7-year-old trying to snap in the shotgun, 5 yards deep.
It's too much stuff going on in front of him to even be thinking about getting that ball back there.
Unless they got a rule where I can't put somebody on his head. At that age, man, you get right on top of him, on his shoulder,
like
disrupt him every play.
That has to become such an innate thing. And again, you look at it and people like, well, man, why? Listen, the most fundamental thing you have to do all of those things, so it becomes second nature.
Yeah,
it has to.
You got to snap, get it straight, and then you got to block.
Then you got to block.
That's 3 things.
Like you might have to, you might have to pull, you might have to block back, or somebody on your head. It's just so much.
Just because you see it done in college and pro, don't think it's easy, man.
Understand it, but again, those kids do this 300 to 400 times a day.
Let me tell you how important that is in sports. As far as let's look at the Atlanta Falcons. We couldn't get nothing right until we got us a good center.
Until you signed Alex Mack.
And that's in the pros. I couldn't imagine telling a 7, 8-year-old that you got to snap in the shotgun.
Man, get a shotgun, snap this. Go snap that.
Read this over here. And then block somebody. And then y'all get mad when he throw it on the ground. He 8 years old, man.
And what's so funny, and like I say, I get all you guys, y'all look on TV and y'all see the spread and all that type of stuff. But y'all not running the spread because your quarterback ain't reading nothing. Y'all might well just call it like 23 give or something is, because if it's true zone read, the way these young ends are crashing and all stuff, like why I know you're not teaching your quarterback to pull the ball, so he not reading us. So stop telling everybody that we run zone, we run spread. No, you don't. You just in the shotgun and you handing the ball off.
You handing the ball off.
You just hand the ball. He not reading nothing.
Yeah, man. We also we were very close to Friday Night Lights, like Maceo said. We've seen some scrimmages this weekend and saw Kale. Telling y'all right now, they have a backfield with a kid from Pope that just transferred in.
But the quarterback, I'm trying to.
And they got 2 running backs that I had a chance to coach. Kale will make some noise out there. Defensive wise, going to be a struggle. They might be all right, but they're going to be something. You also, we're going to see some. I think, didn't Westlake play somebody?
Nah, they play next week.
Somebody else we saw, but their scrimmages are coming out.
Now, shout out to we had Newton County and we had Cedar Grove in here.
That's what I'm thinking about.
And it's so funny to hear, Coach kept talking about he wanted to be the most physical team on the planet, and that's what the write-up said.
Yeah.
That, listen, clearly Newton County are going to line up and pound this football. I just want to know, can Coach, because Coach want to wing it.
Yeah. And we're going to tell y'all this right now. I put together a little schedule of a lot of games, and me and Mayshow going to probably be at your city this week. Don't give us a hard time. Just let her come on, because I want to see everybody. I'm going to Rome. I want to go to Cartersville.
Yeah.
I want to go all over the state. Yeah. I don't want you to be. I'm taking
Mayshow. We're going to pull up early, because I can't do crowds.
And I'm taking Mayshow to the Lincoln County Washington Wilk rivalry game, so you can really see some two towns where under 5,000 people go crazy on a Friday night.
I got to see it, man. I'm all in. I'm all in on Lincoln County, man. That's my other high school now.
Hey, man, when we come back, man, we're going to recap the show, and Kennedy's going to tell her what she learned. She thinks she's going to sneak in over there. We got you, though. We'll be right back.
There's a power you have within you, unlike any other. You can't explain it. It's just there. It drives you, compels you. You cannot ignore it. Do you feel it? It's that power that tells you you can do the absolute impossible. The power that tells you you're more than what you currently are. The power that tells you it's time. Launch. Move. Skyrocket your life with Rocket Sports One fitness gear. RocketSports-One.com.
Your health is at stake. Diabetes, gout, high blood pressure, inflammation, and joint pain, even weight loss. It's time to end your battle. The Abundant Life Movement is dedicated to the building of generational health by transforming your water with the power of alkaline to improve hydration and fight against acidic and unhealthy conditions in the body. Here's a testimonial from Linda Rogers Brown and Pamela McMillan.
2011, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I had no pain and no symptoms associated with that illness. It's a silent killer. I was introduced to Extreme X2O alkaline water, and within 2 days of drinking it, I was off all my pain medicine, and now we're 6 years strong, no chemo, no radiation, no cancer.
I am a 3-time cancer survivor. I was born with thyroid cancer. By being on the alkaline products allowed me to be able to cope currently with colon cancer. Now I'm able to function and be more mobile within 3 days of being on the product.
Extreme X2O, when the water you're drinking is damaging your health. Extreme X2O. For more info, AbundantLifeMovement.com or call 910-527-2260.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, and father of 5. I'm also an expert on drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids, and there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
We're going to the Crush Recap, brought to you by
Blunt Power.
With Blunt Power 3 sprays last for days. You can find out more about
Blunt Power
by going to bluntpower.com or going to their Facebook or Twitter page at Blunt Power. We're going into the show. It's Monday. We can't let it go by. So we're going into what Kennedy learned.
Fresh from New York City.
From New York City.
Yeah.
So how is it going?
It's going great. You know, summer's about to wind down in about a couple weeks.
Winding down.
Yeah, got to get back to that grind or whatever it's called. You know, they call it a grind, but I call it a couple other things, and I'm in the But, yeah, I learned a little bit about Macio's beauty rituals or whatever, which
it's like
grown person with baby oil or whatever. What is it? Johnson
baby lotion. Yes,
yeah, that's just too much smell for me. I feel like it's a perfect smell on babies, but that's besides the point. Yeah, I can't with you. But yeah, I learned a lot from our guest we had today. I think she spit a lot of wisdom. Miss Angel Gray was, talking the right stuff. And especially, I love when we have women in the media industry come in and talk from the first time when I was here, when it was LaChina, all the way down to now Angel.
We try to give you something.
Yeah, thanks.
I went back and kind of looked at it. You've had a great summer.
I know. Thanks to you guys.
Walking up to media, getting her own credentials.
Yeah.
Remind me, what you gonna do? You going this weekend or not?
Weekend to what?
to the game.
Look, I told y'all I'm working. I gotta figure things out. They have me on the dinner shift on the weekends. My manager don't want me to be great, so
I see.
I gotta figure that out. I haven't even been there in a while, so I need to check that. But if schedule permits, I will be there, of course. But
let's see, man. Give
look,
me all these tickets.
But I try. I want to, but I also gotta pay for a few things.
You in school?
So.
I don't know what you're doing, man. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. What else you got for us?
What else do I have?
I love when you here and we got other basketball people in here.
Yeah, that's another thing I like to hear.
I just thought about it. We have had a lot of people in here from the entertainment and all that. And we got more coming.
Yeah, well, that's great. I mean,
Wednesday we really got a couple coming. You gonna really want to be
here. Wednesday.
You need to be here Wednesday.
I will be here Wednesday. Yeah. I told my boss on Mondays and Wednesdays I cannot do the nighttime shifts.
The turn up Wednesday gonna be insane.
Well, then let me get ready.
We think we might be Instagram famous on Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday might be.
I'm gonna need the handles. I'm gonna need everything.
Wednesday might be a game changer.
We might be popping.
It might go left Wednesday.
It might be popping up here.
It might be.
Let me bring my real equipment in here,
You listen. Wednesday could be mad real.
We might be on some special show.
Yeah, man. That Wednesday.
It's gonna be fun.
Wednesday could be mad real,
and it'll be really great. Well, I ain't gonna say that. We'll wait. Thank you to Angel, man. Angel was cool, man. She came in straight. I saw, and I was looking at her Instagram, and I saw, how you do the little. You can do your video to instant messages, whatever they do.
Yeah.
And she was coming to the airport. I'm like, oh crap. Here she go in the airport.
Yeah.
She's like, glad to be home. I'm like, oh, I don't want her to be called. Like, I'm just too tired. She said, no, I know you saw. I came right from there. I'm like, I ain't gonna start nothing. But
nah, she's professional, man. Yeah. She does great work, and it's funny. Her personality matches up to how she is on TV. She's got that bubbly thing going on, and it didn't disappoint. But athletes are usually like that, though.
My favorite line was, "I gotta protect this."
That's facts.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get your nose busted.
Facts. Like, I know I want to go in the film media industry. So when my first year I played, I got hit in the mouth and I chipped my tooth, and I was in shambles.
Oh yeah.
I was not only freaking out because we were losing horribly,
right?
But I was just like, wow, I'm not gonna make it. Like, this is it. Because unfortunately, women have to go through that, and I mean, it helps.
I get these dental benefits up.
Right. From then on, I play with a mouth guard all day, every day. Don't touch my face.
Because I talked to, we talked to our friend Tabitha, and we LaChina and all that, and they all say this thing. You gotta be careful, man. This is your money
maker.
We can look rough as heck.
We
just gotta be groomed.
That's my money maker.
We just gotta have a nice fade. We just gotta be groomed a little bit. That's it. Y'all gotta be
top to bottom.
It can't be bottom.
And it's funny to hear that from a woman's perspective, and like, I mean, every part.
Yes.
Every single
like
part.
I can't go out here like today. I can't go out here with no ponytail. And that's just amazing because for so long, and like I said, I always kind of go back to my girl,
Pam Oliver,
and like she's always looked that way.
Even when they come in here,
and it became like
it
became a big deal. I was like, well, I mean, when did that happen?
Even when they dress down here, they still have they don't be totally. Just
they understand that it's gonna be pictures. It's going to be,
so they don't be. She had a hat on, but it still looked nice. It didn't look raggedy like she got cold in the eyes.
You got to think like when Javita was here that time, and she was like, "Oh, I can't wear them headphones.
Can't wear headphones.
I can't mess up my hair. Like, I'm gonna put them on. Like she had to turn them up on the light. I can't put it in my hair.
Just guys be coming in. I'm good. Let's get it.
Yeah. That's why you got to see the photo before it gets posted online. You got to look.
But I'm really understanding now, and like how I used to always kind of pick on you about.
I have to see it. I have to edit it.
But I get it now.
It's crazy.
And it's crazy
because you one person who will see your picture and be like,
That could be somebody saying, "Oh, you're not gonna get a job, or you're gonna not." You're like, and it's like crazy because even if you look at just like people do studies on like the interviews that women have to go through, and if you see those videos, it's ridiculous. Like if you ask the same questions to male reporters or male athletes or whatever, versus if you ask them to women, like for women, it's normal. It's a normalization. This is how it is. But for men, they look at you crazy. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, that's what people go through.
We had a friend of ours who was in the media too that came on the show, and I guess she would dress down. And she said her girl rode her so bad when she left. Like, you knew you were going to be on TV. Why you didn't look like this? Your hair wasn't done. I was like,
but it's really different for like if it's your girl. Okay, you have to know that they're your girls because I get on my girls all the time because I want the best for my friends. Like I don't want you to. People know that we're friends, and that's the same thing. Like your family, whatever. People know that you're affiliated with me. So if you're rolling out looking crazy,
birds of a feather flock together.
Exactly. But it's different because I know if anybody says something of the same thing that I said to my friend. Right. Then I'd be jumping down their throat. Wow. You just have to have your appearance all together all the time. Especially
got to be on fleek at all times.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's why you behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's why I like to cut, edit behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Stay behind the lens.
Man, hey y'all go through it, man. Y'all go through it.
Yeah, y'all do.
Especially if you look a certain way, you got to worry about the athletes want more than just interview.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I look a certain way on the court. I can't play well unless I look clean and fresh, and shoes got to be right. Got to have the right everything from head to toe.
Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Miracle. Great for coming by. Miracle playing for Batu right now.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Leah.
Keep it in the family.
Thank you, Kennedy.
Thank you.
Kennedy.
Thank you, Mace.
She stayed in the Parker Meridian while she was up in New York, everybody.
Tomorrow, scheduled to appear we got 2 NBA people. Stay tuned. You'll find out. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.
You.